Hi everyone, welcome to Mastering the Shadows. I am your host, Mystic Lee, and today we are going to be doing something a little different. We are still focusing on tarot this week, but we're going to be dealing with the Didactic Tarot deck. I know I'm totally butchering that word right now, but that's okay. This is a little bit different from some of the other decks that you might be familiar with, whether it be Aleister Crowley's or Waiter Rate. This one blends a lot more of just kind of a lot of different spiritual theories into the cards. So we're going to explore it today. So hey, Allison. Hey, Lorena. So today what we're going to do, we are actually going to be doing something a little bit different with the readings. If you're tuning in to Spirit Realm Network, we are asking that you go over to the website, spiritrealm.net, and sign up over in that chat, because that's where we're going to be taking questions for the free readings. So yes, happy Wednesday. Cray Cray. I love that name, Cray Cray. All right, so before we get started, for those of you who are tuning in, whether it be the first time or that you tune in with me regularly, you know that I like to clear the area, clear the energy, clear my vibrations, clear your vibrations before we get started, right? Because it is really important to clear yourself. We're trying to receive messages from spirit, right? There's all kinds of other entities that are around. We want to make sure that we're clear, so as we open ourselves up, it is more clear. So, how do we do that? We start with our breath, right? Our breath, no matter where we are in life, whenever we feel ungrounded, we feel overly emotional, we feel unbalanced, we can practice using our breath to center ourselves, to clear our energy. That way we know that we are, ourselves, right? So all you have to do is just take a big deep breath in through your nose, count to 3, hold it, count to 3, and release it out your mouth as you count to 3. So let's kind of do that together. Breathing in through our nose, holding it, and releasing out the mouth. Breathing in and breathing out as we relax. We allow for ourselves to let go so that we can go with the flow of life, go with the flow of spirit. As we breathe in and out, we want to focus on that breath, allowing for that tension in your head to drop down, allowing for the tension in your neck to relax and release, allowing your energy to drop down, relaxing your shoulders as they drop, allowing for your arms to drop and let go. Let it go as that energy moves down through your spine. Letting go. Taking that big deep breath in as you bring in that new, fresh, vibrant energy. And relaxing and letting it go. And as you breathe out, you feel your chest relax and unwind, letting go of any of that tension it doesn't need. Breathing in and breathing out as the knots within your stomach unwind, allowing it to flow down into your hips. Breathing in and breathing out, allowing that energy to continue to flow to flow down, allowing it to get down into your legs, moving down through your knees, allowing it to go all the way down through your ankles as you relax and let go. As it moves down through your ankles, you let it go, letting it go all the way down through your feet and all the way down into the ground. Letting go of all that tension that you've picked up that just does not resonate with your self-truth. With each breath, you allow it to move all the way down, allowing you to let it go. Breathing in new, fresh, vibrant air, and breathing out what does not belong or your body doesn't need, right? And as you breathe out those toxins, right, what toxins you're releasing is actually nutrition to the plants all around you. And this is a constant reminder of our relationship with all that is around us. What is toxic to us can be nurturing to something else. So just let it go. Let it go and allow for spirit to take it and to recycle it into the universe. Right? Energy can't be destroyed. It can only be transformed. So just let it go. All right. So how are we feeling? Right? Feeling a little better? This week's been a strange week for many people, right? Hey, Krista. Hey, Catrin. Okay, so I'm going to start. I have my glasses today, so I can actually read the screen. Isn't that fantastic? All right. So again, we are asking if you would like a free reading to please join us over on spiritrealm.net. Spiritrealm.net. Just because it's easier to maintain all of the comments as they're coming through. So Karen saying, I'm sitting outside and that feels so much better. Ooh, that does sound great, right? I bet getting all that fresh air. Is the sun out? Because the sun also, that vitamin D, right? It just revitalizes our energy and just, ooh. So yes, Karen, I feel really drawn to you. So I'm going to do the first reading for you. And then again, for those of you who would like one, pop on over to spiritrealm.net. And Pram is already here. Hey, how are you doing? Yes. So as soon as I give Karen one, I'm going to give Pram one over on spiritrealm.net. So hey, Sandy, welcome. Your first time. I'm so glad to see you here. Cheryl is saying that you're very relaxed. You're welcome. So, yes, if you guys would like that first reading, just go ahead and visit me over at spiritrealm.net. But this is the deck that we're using. As you can tell just by looking at it, it is a bit different from most decks that you might be used to seeing. Here, I need to move my screen around just a little bit so I can see everything. Okay. So I can see what I'm showing you. Okay. So this is the deck, right? So we've got our air, right? Fire, earth, water. And this, of course, is the magician or the sorceress or the mystic. That's more of how I prescribe this being to be on the front. This book is really fantastic. It goes into a lot of detail, and these cards are really colorful. So those of you who get real deep into more of the historical side of occultism, this is probably going to be more of your type of a deck. So, and what's great about this deck and many decks that you might get that actually have a thick book like this is in the end, it actually can show you how the developer of it, uses it. So this is the platform that we're going to be using. We're not going to be doing the Celtic spread today at all. We're going to be doing these 4 cards. So, boo, boo, 4 cards. Does it give me an easy 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, okay. Never mind. So there is a few different ways. Here we go. It's got a queen spread, and it does its own form of a Celtic spread. But we're going to do the 4-card spread here on this page. And it is our spirit, our body, our mind, and our heart. So that's going to be the type of reading we're going to be looking into. So, hey, Sandy, welcome. I'm so glad to see that you're over here. Okay, so Karen, I'm going to be pulling some cards for you. I'm going to be pulling half a deck at a time just because these cards have so much energy in them. It's kind of hard for me to just kind of do all of them at once. So, you're welcome. Oh my, they're already like running out everywhere. This deck, I'm telling you, it's got a lot of energy into it. Oh, it's running away. Okay. Clear that energy, right? Whitney, good morning. Oh, morning time. You must tell me, are you coming in from Australia, or what part of the world are you from? I love it when you guys are new and just joining in, and you just kind of put in like where you're from, or sometimes I forget because I have horrible like online memory. All right, Karen. So it says to pull 4 cards, right? And there's a few different ways with tarot that you can choose to do that. Obviously, in the past, what we've done with that, right, is to do the different cards in the different piles. You can do it that way, or you can just pull 4 cards from the top, which is what we're going to do, right? And how this book is saying it, right, is your spirit is here, right? Spirit, the message for your body, the message for your mind, and the message for your heart. Okay, so I can tell this is kind of all over the place. There we go. Hey, all the way over from Texas. That's so awesome. Chattahoochee Hills, Georgia. Ooh, I'm in Georgia as well. Yet Whitney is saying from Australia. East Coast, USA. Aaron, welcome. So, all right, Karen. So this first card right at the top, this is going to be your card on spirit. You ready? I've got a dragon here, a fire, a dragon. We've got the sword here. We've got judgment. We've got your Libra here, right? You've got your feminine energy up top. So what I'm really seeing here for your message from spirit is to really tune into your feminine energy. But as you're tuning into your feminine energy, to make sure you are balanced, right? Because we all, in the end of the day, are working to balance our own inner yin and yang, our own inner femininity and masculinity, right? And of course, that comes in such an array of ways to be, right? So this card is reminding you to accept your femininity and your masculinity and balance, right? So you've got the femininity up here, but you've got the balance with Libra and that Venus energy, which is that self-love energy and that empowerment. And here we see a lot of fire energy, a lot of that lightning energy. It's talking about empowerment, self-empowerment with embracing both your feminine and masculine traits. And it's going to balance you, and it's going to push you more forward in life. It's going to allow for your self-truth to shine with more ease and to shine brighter. And those parts of life, there's parts of life you're feeling a little bit oppressed. Spirit is saying when you start doing this, those feelings of oppression, they're just going to kind of like break off, right? It's like you're just going to break out of the chains, like zap it away. So this card, again, is about that balance, and it's going to bring balance within your mind as well. All right, so that is spirit, part of your spirit, right? So next we've got the message for your body. right? All right. Oh, that's upside down. All right, Karen. So here we've got another dragon, right? And we've got a tiger. And here we've got maybe what it is, like a dwarf, right? But the dwarf is protecting the tiger from the dragon, right? And we see some other mystical beings in here. So this card it's really representing a lot to do with protection and allowing yourself, even though you are a fierce being, which of course we do see this with your spirit card here, right? Even with the spirit card here, we're also seeing that it's okay to allow yourself to allow someone to come into your life to protect you from others, right? Because sometimes we like to be like the tough guy, or we like to keep boundaries up because we become self-reliant on keeping ourselves protected. But this card is talking about how it's okay to let go. And you can see, right, the white on both ends, the black on the other ends, again, representing that balance there. So as far as your body goes with that, what does that mean, right? This is talking about physical protection, right? So protection, that's part of the physical realm, right? Your body. So that's your body message. It's about protection. And this is also talking about like your inner circle, right? That's part of balance. Is when you're around people, do you feel like, you being the tiger, do you feel like you're being protected? Do you feel like maybe they're the dragon over here? We also see this, what is this? A fairy who's also like this cool little fairy. Let's see if the camera will pick it up. Is shooting fire, right? So it's also showing us the things that can be so magical and whimsical and so intriguing and beautiful can also be what is trying to hurt us, right? So this is talking about having those around you in your life that are willing to protect you from others, that are willing to see that same, maybe that same truth, right? So you're saying it's right. I'm so out of balance and I'm disabled. Yeah. So this is talking about, yeah, just allowing that person, and see how the dwarf seems like he's a little rugged, right? He seems kind of older. So this is also talking about, someone who's carrying wisdom, allowing them to be a little closer to you for protection. Okay. So next, what we have is your mind, right? A card for your mind. So we've got the Tower card here, right? Getting hit with that Aries energy. Oh my gosh. Right? See? So this is where we're kind of really seeing some themes that we're a little more familiar with from maybe the Wider Right tarot deck with the Tower card. And here we're seeing it getting hit with that Aries energy, that ram, right? We see light on both ends, right? Here on both sides. That is because this type of energy, it's a lot of masculine energy. It's a lot of that yang energy, that light energy, that harsh, hard-hitting energy. And it's hitting you from the bottom, from your tower. So this is showing that like that's why spirit is wanting you to do all this balance, right? Because if you're not balanced, then those things, when you get hit really hard, you're going to just topple over. And as you can see, there's a lot of details in this card that can look quite intimidating, right? And that's how your mind feels. That's why when your mind is feeling this way, it's a great way to result back to spirit, right? And what is that card? That's talking about balance. And if you are having a little hard time seeking out how to balance yourself, right, with that yin and yang energy, right, just go back and resort to two concepts of yin and yang, right? And maybe your inner rainbow, which is like the chakra system, right? Because we all have light and darkness within us, right? Our light side is like our right side, our upper energy, our higher vibrations. It's masculine, it's patriarchal energy. on the bottom, it's those low vibrations. It's that dark energy. It's that feminine, right? And we're all supposed to be about balancing that energy within ourselves. So whenever your mind starts to feel this way and you feel unbalanced, right? Spirit wants you to turn to spirit, right? To spirit here, because that's where your balance is. That's where it comes in, right? All right. So, and then for the last one, Karen, is your heart. Ooh, look at that. We have got the magical, mysterious mystic is what lies within your heart. Potion making, right? There's a mystery about you within your heart. And this is saying that, you know, in order to open up your heart, just really allow for your creative energy to come through. Spend some time every week dedicated to exploring your creativity. This is going to open up your heart. It's going to start to heal your heart. It's also going to help you to put really balanced boundaries, right? Which goes back to your body, which is what I was saying here, because there's some balance that wants to be restored here through your heart. So the more you're kind of creative, the more you're going to be able to let go of some things, and you're going to be more comfortable with allowing certain people to be physically around you, right? Where you're going to feel safe. You're going to feel like they're this person as opposed to the dragon or this crazy fairy. So thank you so much, Karen, for allowing me to pull these cards for you. This is really awesome. Yeah, you're saying how the tower makes sense. It does. So, but it's, you know, it's okay, right? You've got all these other cards here that they're showing that it's here and that it's mostly in your mind, right? Oh, and that's good that it's showing it's in your mind. It is in your mind because here we do see that with your body. I mean, you physically have been around people who have like psychologically and been very, you know, harsh with you. So, but the world is also, this card's also saying, look for those door friends, right? There are those people in the universe who will be there. Just, you know, keep those boundaries, right? Be creative. When in doubt, just be creative. Play around with some water, some fire, some air, some earth. Just play around with those elements and just, yeah. So yeah, Karen is saying that you read tarot. Oh, that's so cool. So I hope that these really resonate with you. All right, so I'm going to do the next reading for Pram over on spiritrealm.net. So I hope that you are still over here with me. Okay, and so I am going to put these cards to the side because if not, they'll probably come out again because we're all here in like the same or similar vibration. All right, so I'm going to clear the deck. So you can do that either with knocking the energy out, or if you're a crystal person, crystals, the selenite is absolutely amazing for clearing things because you don't actually have to clear it. It's just naturally a really good clearing crystal. And they're more cost effective too. You're welcome. Yeah, so Karen is saying, thank you so much for the reading. It helps so much. I haven't been clear lately. And sometimes, you know, doing readings for ourselves can be really difficult. And that's why it's great for us to be able to reach out to other people. And as we could see, right, it's about balance, practicing that inner balance. And when we don't have that balance, sometimes it is, right, we're not as clear. So, but you got this. You got this. Thank you again so much for allowing me to read for you. So, hey, Pram. Okay, yeah, so Pram is still with us, and she is saying that she uses selenite as well. Awesome. Hey, Adam, welcome. Okay, so we're going to do the same 4-card pull again, right? Okay, so I'm just going to go straight off the top. So this is going to be your spirit card, your body card, your mind card, and your heart card. All right. So first we're going to go with spirit. Here is your spirit card. So I am not completely up to date on all of my astrology symbols, which that's what's great about this deck is it mixes all kinds of things. So the more you expand your knowledge of sacred knowledge, the more in depth you get, right? With regular tarot as well, but also with this deck, it's a little more in your face, right? So we do see Venus over here. What? Okay, I know I've got some astrology people in this group. What is this symbol right here across from Libra? Because Libra is like your Venus energy, right? That's some of your romance energy. So we see some of that romance energy in here for, which obviously we see here with male and female, but we also do see yin and yang here, right? But what we do see within their hearts, right, the way that yin and yang is sitting within them is not the same. And it is showing here that there seems to be a bit of some imbalance with some yang energy, right? The heart inside him does not look balanced, right? And so since it's not balanced, it's all crooked, you can see that there's some of that anger, right? Some of that negativity, you see that up here in the heart and moving up, right? A lot of that fire energy. And then she's holding that dagger, right? For protection, clearly, right? Because he's just so angry. So this card is talking about feeling that kind of maybe patriarchal energy or some of that negative energy that's coming out with the universe. And it's also showing you that it's okay to need to pick up something for protection, to put yourself in that energy around your boundaries. So that's what spirit is talking about here is, so Karen is saying across from it is Capricorn. So spirit here is saying that part of your balance is, to allow yourself to be protected, allow for yourself to get a little more fierce, but that's okay because sometimes you do need to shift a little bit to take into account with what's around you. And I'm also seeing here that with some of this, it's not easy, like you can just remove yourself from the situation. That's why it's showing that here you are enduring this imbalance. All right, so next what we have is for the body. Well, the body seems a lot more balanced, right? We've got a little bit more positive energy coming in through here, right? A little more balance with the yin and yang, though I would say here, it's a little more balanced. I mean, compared to this one, right? I would say balance because you don't want to kill each other, but here you can see his heart is still bleeding, right? Let's see if the camera will focus on this. So like earlier is coming through his heart down here, but now, there you go. Now you can see that she's not having to be in the defensive mode, right? This is talking more about nurturing, right? Nurturing after a battle. Here, on a lot of times when we feel like we're being spiritually attacked, it can actually cause our bodies to be affected as well. So this is talking about also self-care, taking care of yourself. And so what's happening with your spirit is definitely affecting your body. So let's see what you're going through, how it's affecting your mind, because this is definitely some energy that you're going through right now. So your mind here, all right. So at least we can say it's not quite the energy is not as hot as it is within your spirit and within your body as we tune in here with your mind. It's a little cooler, right? It's a little more sad, I would say. You're probably feeling really energetically zapped out. That's kind of what this card is showing. You might feel some emotional highs and lows, but you feel a little bit exhausted at times. Again, this is talking about self-care. Self-care is a great way to rebalance your mind. So then this last card is your heart, which I just did upside down. That moment when you realize you don't actually memorize the numbers for the regular tarot deck. What is this? Justice? The Justice card, right? This is your heart, right? Your heart craves justice above all things. That's why you feel spiritually like you can feel all this crazy energy, and it's probably a lot of this energy that's out in the world, right? A lot of that crazy old patriarchal energy that is now bleeding all over itself, and you can feel it in, you know, your body because you've taken on that energy. Again, it's talking about nurturing. And your mind at time, again, feels exhausted because of all this that you're going through. But it's because deep down in your heart, what you crave most is balance. And what this card is also showing to me is the universe is saying that you're feeling all these things because you are so in tune. You're like an empath. So you're feeling things as the world feels things. And we see here with fall, right? So this is showing how things are going to fall. There are some things around that you feel have not had justice. And those things are going to fall because they are going to come into justice. So this concept, it seems like, of justice weighs on your heart. But I do feel that Spirit is saying that that's because you are so in tune with things. Your heart and everything is just in tune with the world around you. I'm going to pull one more. Yeah, I had a feeling. It's showing that the reason you're feeling all these things is because what's to come, there's a lot of change that is actually about to happen. That's why here, even with the heart card, there are things that are going to be falling soon. And new things, nurturing things, they're going to be coming in. That sun energy, that new life, that new hope, it's all going to be coming in. So right now, you're just kind of in a space. You're in a space that can feel toxic, can feel like a lot. But again, self-care. That's what I'm keep getting from here is self-care, self-care, self-care. Self-care is what's going to help bring in this new nurturing, new vibrant energy coming in. So I hope that resonates. Thank you so much, Pram, for allowing me to pull this card for you. So again, if you guys are looking for a reading, just go visit me over on spiritrealm.net. Just because it's easier for me to see those comments than it is necessarily for Facebook or for YouTube, because I see just so many coming in. So, oh no, Erin is saying we have a troll. That is no good. So yeah, you guys, when we have people in the comments saying, hey, message me for a free reading and stuff like that, it's not me. We just need to ignore those people. Let's see here. I'm down to give you a positive read. See, yeah, that Margaret. How do I Sorry, Margaret. We don't do that stuff. Bye. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. Because I just start reading, getting that energy coming through. Thank you so much, Erin. And thank you again, Pram, for allowing me to pull these cards for you. So this energy, I can feel it's a much more intense energy because I feel it's like really pushing and it's heavy on my crown. Whoo! Okay. Where's my thingy? I feel like I'm about to have like a crazy ADHD moment. Okay. So who else would like a reading? So Krista is saying that she tried to get on over there, but she couldn't. Okay. No, it's okay. they are still working out how to like make that as simple as possible, and I totally get that. So thank you, Karen, so much for reporting that. So hey, Patsy, welcome. So hello. So I've got someone over here on spiritrealm.net, and your name is Hello. So yes, I can definitely give you a reading. So mysterious name, Hello. I love the mysteriousness of this. So let me pull some cards for you. So these actually feel really heavy. These are a super heavy deck. So it's like really pulling a lot of energy. So I don't think I'm actually going to be able to do a full 4-card pull for each person, but that's okay. I'm going to do a 1-card pull, maybe more, depending on how spirit pulls for me. So Pram is saying, thank you for reading for me. Everything you said resonates. I'm 90% overcoming, still in the blank zone sometimes. And you know what, Pram, you are sometimes going to hit those blank zones. It's just about taking that time for self-care. And sometimes having blank zones, right? Sometimes that's okay, right? Sometimes it's okay to just be nothing, just to be blank, and just to kind of breathe in and breathe out, right? So, all right, Sarah, Miss Hello, let me pull these cards for you. So Miss Cray Cray over here is saying they are also trying to get on the website, but it keeps freezing. So yes, I know. So don't worry, I am going to get to a few of you as well over on Facebook, because that wouldn't be fair, would it? Sarah's like, I'm not sure how I put my name as Hello. Hey, no, that is okay, right? Maybe because you're always a hello, right? Everyone's just always so happy to see you. I know Spirit's happy to see you, right? Hello. All right, with that being said, clearly Spirit is the one that wants to come out. So I'm going to pull a card for Spirit for you. All right, so here we have it. Which way? Upside down, upside right. I'm not an astrology person, so I know that's some masculine energy happening here, right? So here at the bottom, we do see the two beings meditating together, right? Connecting the third eye to create something larger. Spirit is asking for you to join Spirit in meditation more regularly, to visit Spirit on the astral realm, because there's a lot of messages that Spirit wants to send to you directly. And if you have a hard time with meditation, just to light a candle. Here, I'm hearing specifically a red. If you're one of those people who's really needing that color factor, that color therapy. That red color is going to help keep you grounded as you fully open up your third eye. So that way your whole system remains balanced. So that way you can really hit new realms as you're opening your third eye. As you go through this, you're going to want to keep a pen and paper with you so that you can write some of those notes down. And I'm also hearing the more you do this, the more things in the world around you will shift, and you will actually start to physically meet more people that resonate with your self-truth. You're going to be making more what you would call genuine friends, people where you don't feel like you have to hide anything, people where you feel like you can just be your self-truth. All just through meditation. Thank you so much, Sarah, for allowing me to pull this card for you. All right, so we've got another person. All right. So I know that we had, who was it over here? So Patsy's also saying they tried to get onto the website. So yes, I am going to pull some cards for you guys over here. And actually, Cray Cray, I feel really drawn to you. I'm not going to lie. That name, Cray Cray, I love that name. I feel really drawn to you. Your word magic, your name magic. I got to pull a card for you. I mean, these cards seem kind of cray cray, right? So I'm going to pull a card for you. I know, Karen, we got another trolling goddess prayer. Isn't that funny? Trolling goddess. That's probably what she is. She's a trolling goddess, right? So, all right, Cray Cray, let me pull that card for you. Yeah, in a good way, right? All right, so I'm just feeling like pulling that one card for Spirit. Like Spirit just feels really awakened and is just wanting to talk and communicate. So this is your card, of course, upside down because they're all the way. This is talking about going in. So earlier with Sarah, her card was about going in with meditation, right? Of course, we're talking about spirit, so some similar concepts are going to appear, right? Which you're welcome, Sarah. She says, thank you so much. It definitely resonates with me a lot. Very wonderful card pull. I definitely took notes. You're welcome. So Cray Cray, Spirit is wanting you to, this is like meditation, but a little different. This is about like studying spirituality, practicing what you read when it comes to like how different people do astral projection. Maybe practice, reading about crystals, putting up a crystal grid, but practicing that when you go in meditation. This card is also talking about maybe putting certain herbs in your food that you learn have magical abilities. So as you eat it, it increases the magic within your body. So this card is about becoming a scholar and becoming magical and being one with that magic by practice. Practice, practice, practice. Physically being active. So thank you so much for allowing me to pull that card for you. Yes, Cray Cray, it is so interesting. And on both the website and on Facebook, if I haven't pulled a card for you yet, keep putting it in the comments. Because it'll be easier for me to keep up because I do have like extreme ADHD. So, all right. So Patsy is asking any messages from my mom. So Patsy, I actually am not a medium. That would be like a different show for me because I'd have to shift my energy. So the way I'm pulling these cards, right, this last one was from Spirit. So Spirit was communicating directly. And then we're doing cards for messages from body, from the mind, and from the heart. So, and again, if you'd like a reading, please pop over onto spiritrealm.net because it's so hard for me to go through all of this over here on the social media and Facebook and YouTube. So, all right. So, Sandy, let me pull a card for you. So, Sandy, I'm actually feeling a card from the heart. A card from your heart. Your heart would like to give you a message, right? So our heart is, right, it is our center. It is our door between our higher and our lower self, right? Our heart is about balance. Our heart is both light and darkness, right? So Cray Cray is saying, I've kind of felt a bit drawn spiritually all of my life, like I could feel things before they happen, and now I know what I need to do. Oh, that is so awesome to hear, Cray Cray. I love that. And that's really what this card is talking about here. Like, it's going deep, 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 deep. All right, Sandy, so we are focusing on your energy. And also, if you guys are tuning in, go ahead and take that deep breath in, so that way it clears your energy and it's easier for me to connect to you, to your spiritual energy. Sarah is saying, I do the same thing. All right, Sandy, are you breathing in and breathing out? All right, we've got some energy here. I am feeling like it's a bit connected to your solar plexus, but we've got the sun here. The sun is bringing some new energy into your heart. I'm also hearing and feeling being active, right? It's springtime, but summer is going to be here, right? Depending on where you live. I guess technically it could be the other way around, but here I'm really getting the sense like that summer vibration, that spring vibration, where you've been sitting stagnant for a while, like a lot of, in general, people during the fall and winter, we start to kind of slow down. We start to want to sleep in our blankets more, maybe hibernate. And then as spring and summer comes, we want to get up. We want to be more active, right? We want to be a little bit more active in what it is that we are doing with life, right? And that's going to bring in some new energy into your life, some new possibilities, some new adventures. You're going to meet some new people. It's all about doing something new. Maybe get yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, right? So a lot of great energy here with being protected, allowing you to be adventurous. Thank you so much, Sandy, for allowing me to pull that card for you. So, hey, Hub, welcome. New here from Nigeria. Welcome from across the ocean. All right, so sometimes I think these messages when they come in so delayed. It's like I don't get anything, then all of a sudden I'll get like 4 or 5 at the same time. Oh, hey, Regina. Hey, Crystal. All right, Erin, I'm feeling really drawn to you for a card. Let's see here. And I'm feeling one for your mind. One for your mind. Hey, Concetta. Scorpio. Ooh. All right, Erin. We've got one for your mind. What is your mind wanting to communicate? So if it's your mind, it must be your subconscious mind, right? Wanting to communicate to your conscious mind. So here we've got that Fool card, right? That adventure. Your subconscious is wanting to expand and to explore new things, things that are so outside your personal experience that it's just like you're going into a situation blind, basically. That can be good. It means that you can be open up to all these new opportunities, but it also means you can be hurt, right? Because you don't know, right? But it's about the adventure, learning. It is all about the adventure of learning. Allowing yourself to get outside of that comfort zone. Because your subconscious is craving things. It's almost like you're holding your self-truth back a little bit, right? Like maybe there's some things that like younger you always wanted to do when you got older and you haven't done them yet. When you think about it, you still really do want to do it, but there's some reason like you're like, oh, I'm too old, or I have this responsibility. You come up with all these reasons why you don't, but your subconscious is saying you're going to feel free. You're going to feel renewed. So go ahead and make that list of those things that, that bucket list, and go ahead, start checking them off. I hope that resonates with you, Erin. Thank you so much for allowing me to pull this card for you. Sounds exciting, a bucket list. Sandy's saying, thank you. I need some new energy to come in. Things here aren't very good, so new adventures would be great. Thanks for the pull. You're welcome. Right? So both Sandy and Erin are both right. It's all about new adventures. One is more about that springtime, right? Because that was that heart, right? That heart energy. But the mind is talking about doing the bucket list, right? So that way we can kind of see, and again, Spirit does this. That's why I got to pull the cards to the side, because if not, you guys will all just be getting the same card. We are all carrying a very similar vibration right now. So that's why I get pulled to certain people, is because that energy flow is there, right? It helps us to move from person to person. Because you both are vibrating in that same way of needing adventure, but in a different way. Like Sandy, yours is more about just letting go, allowing yourself to go with the flow, meet new people, go out. Where Erin, yours is more about actually making that bucket list, actually like thinking about those things you haven't done yet and allowing yourself to explore in that way. So they're similar but different. And that's just kind of the difference between, was that the heart and the mind, right? Yeah, the heart and the mind. They just interact. They're telling us the same kind of thing, but in its own different way. So thank you so much for allowing me to pull that card for you. So, all right, Patsy, are you still here with me in the group? So, hey, Diana. Hey, Kimberly. Welcome. All right, so Karen Martz is also here. Oh, that's right, because there's two Karens. So I did one for the Karen earlier. So Patsy, if you're still here with us, I'll do a card for you. And again, guys, because there's just so many comments going in, they come in kind of weird. Try and get on spiritrealm.net to drop in a comment there, just because it makes it easier for me to see. To see. All right, so I'm assuming maybe Patsy kind of flowed away. All right, Karen. So let me pull this next card for you, because again, like I know that this has a little bit of a lapse time. All right, Karen. Oh, Karen, I'm feeling spirit. Spirit is what wants to communicate with you. That is the card that you're going to be getting, is one from Spirit. From Spirit. Sorry, I almost started singing there. So Spirit wants to talk and communicate with you. So let's put this other card to the side. All right, Karen, so your card is this one right here. So here we see that feline energy coming back in, again, about protection, but this is a different type of protection. As we see here, it's like a newborn baby, but it's growing within the womb of Mother Earth, right? So Spirit is talking about wanting to nurture you, because you're the baby here. It's talking about going out in nature so that you can be nurtured, and letting go to the cosmos a little bit more, because the cosmos has got your back. It's like almost like saying the cosmos has got like a net for you. It's got a tiger out there to watch over you. But as you can see here, there's no real predators, right? There's a lot of protection. You even see those angels in the background. You do see some of that death in the background, right? Because that's overall life, part of the life cycle. But this is about letting go and knowing that you are protected. And this goes even in death, right, guys? So if some of you are fearing death and you feel like, oh my gosh, whatever, Spirit will protect you through death, right? We are all babies in Spirit's eyes. And this is Spirit always nurturing you as Spirit's baby, right? As the mother energy to look over and nurture you. But there's still balance, right? Because we got yin and yang on the sides, but we do also have that light on both the top and the bottom. So that is a really beautiful card, Karen. Thank you so much for allowing me to pull this card for you. Dinalyn, thank you so much for joining me over on spiritrealm.net. So I'm going to pull a card for you next, right? And you know what? It is, it's actually your body. Your body has got a message for you. Karen is saying, no, really, thank you. You're welcome. No, thank you for you guys, for all of you tuning in and sharing your energy with me like this. This is just awesome. All right, Nancy, we got to say goodbye to this other person. Hey, that's okay that you're not sure how this works, Dinalyn. We are all new here, right? I'm not new here, but there's a lot of us who are new, and we're still using the website. Is still new to a lot of us. And so yeah. Thank you again for joining me over here. All right, Dinalyn, here is your card. So this card, it's blue. It talks a lot about your throat chakra going on here, your ability to speak your truth. There's also a lot of water energy. There's a lot of movement here, even with the rabbit, right? Moving fast moving energy, being fluid, right? When you allow yourself to move with the waves, to go with the flow, right? Instead of pushing against the flow, even though the flow might seem crazy and outside what you believe, it's the letting go of it, right? Because sometimes if you feel like you're just letting go, it's like triggering your emotions a bit, because it's almost like you feel like you're letting go of something that's like really important to you. So while your emotions might feel like it's sinking, you're really, Spirit wants you to know to just go with the flow of things, right? Go with the flow. And in here, right, because we're talking about your body, right, is the movement. Going with the flow with the speed, allowing your body to feel speed, right? And it'll hurt, you know, but it's saying that as you work with your body, right, allowing for all this movement to happen with your body, it'll help for your emotions, the ones that make you feel like you're sinking, that they'll start to release, right? Because you see here, it's releasing as it feels like it's sinking. So as you're working out and your body might feel really tired, it's actually going to start releasing things out of your cells. It's actually going to start releasing things out of your mind. It's going to start releasing just negative energy off of your body, and you're going to feel so much better. And we know this because over here with the seahorse, that's got all this energy moving with the fluid movement, and it's eating up, right? Because as we let things go, we know, something else can take it. We've got this prince energy here with this kingdom above, right? So you're actually going to be increasing your self-empowerment, and you're going to be raising your vibrations, and you're going to be raising your spiritual and physical vibrations by just starting to work out. That's why we've got this rabbit over here with all that movement. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I hope that resonates for you again. And it's crazy how much our body Like we think working out, oh yeah, it makes us look good, da, 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 but it also makes you feel good. And it can actually cause for a spiritual transition to happen depending on what type of workout you're doing, right? And even then, if you're going from one type of workout and changing it to something new, right, you're probably going to feel something a little different, not just physically, but also energetically, right? So, hey, Chris, welcome. So we are up for our time, right? I am here every Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. USA Eastern Time for Mastering the Shadows. The last 3 weeks we were doing different combinations with tarot. The first week it was just, there goes my camera. It was just tarot, and then the following week we did tarot with a combination of oracle. So that way, you guys could see more on, the difference of when you might use tarot, when you might use oracle. Here, what we did with tarot today is a little more similar to how you can use oracle cards that way. These cards were pretty intense. So, so next week we're going to do something different. I was thinking runes, right? Because I've been doing so much with cards recently. Where did my runes go? Here they are. So I've got this awesome bag of runes. So next week, tune in as we connect with how to use runes and those sacred symbols, and kind of talk about the history of it as well, and how you can actually use them in some spell work for self-empowerment and what that means. So, yeah. So I'm seeing on the website, anything for me, ? Anything now. It is working. I do see you, but we have now come up with our time. And there are going to be some other shows on for the coming up days and weeks. So tune into spiritrealm.net to check out that schedule. And if you're following me over on Mystic Path LLC over on YouTube, like you, Chris, thank you so much for joining. Keep your eye open, because there's going to be a lot of new changes happening over on Mystic Path LLC. There's going to be not just myself reading. If you guys have already noticed, there's other readers that are appearing. So there are a lot of things happening, and that has a lot to do with the magazine, The Mystical Alternative, which you guys can find on Amazon. And that's a magazine that I'm putting together. I'm in it. But it's also, I have a lot of friends in fitness, cosplay, in the spiritual realm, history nerd friends. I'm a history nerd. It's called The Mystical Alternative because it's about expressing alternative culture with a mystical flair. So if you guys are into things like tarot and astrology, it might be something you might be interested in checking out. So, and that is called The Mystical Alternative, and it can be again found on Amazon Prime, and it's got like recipes and all kinds of things. So if you're again following me over on Mystic Path LLC, you're going to see that there's a blending of all that happening right now, and that's because there's just a lot going on. So I, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in for Mastering the Shadows. And next week we will be doing some runes. So I look forward to seeing you guys then. Take care. So, before I leave, this is Cray Cray is saying, anything for me? How did my name get like this? It is Cray Cray, isn't it? Sorry, I couldn't sign off until I recognized that for everyone watching this video to see, since I did do some readings for Cray Cray, and now Cray Cray is having some Cray Cray moments on the website. I love the craziness of it. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next week. Take care until then.